Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Eternal Sonata. Now, when we last left off, we had to get a magic book for the Merlin of Baroque, who was very irresponsible of him and made us do his dirty work and a bunch of other stuff. So, now that we got that, we return back to here. Before we continue, there are a couple of things that I actually learned in the comment section, thanks from you guys. I believe I equipped Jazz with it. Yeah, the Crimson Brooch. Basically, yeah, you see it has burst. You see that effect called burst? Basically, as it was explained to me, is that it boosts your attack, but it decreases your defense by half, which actually, that might be a better thing for Jazz anyway, because he's such a tank anyway, that getting a half in defense really wouldn't be that big of a deal for him. Plus, I don't really use him too much anyway. Also, that blue effect that I noted that those Pokemon things give us, that, I was told anyway that that's called passive, which basically means that you can't do, in the comment section, basically you can't do any, like, counterattacks, which hasn't really affected me too much. It's no surprise that hasn't really affected me, because I haven't landed a single counterattack yet, but yeah, that's what it does. I thought that was completely useless, but it is not. Now, we fought everybody here, so we're going to try our hardest to avoid these guys, just so that we don't have, like, a full 20-minute episode of uselessness, because, you know, we don't want one of those. Because, like, it would probably take me about a good 20 minutes to get through all this stuff that we've already gotten through, so it'd be better just to get through this, so that we don't have, like, a full episode of something that you guys haven't seen yet. Anyway, have you guys been to... Oh, please don't. Please do not. I would very much appreciate it if you weren't a jerk. Thank you very much. Don't. Okay, good. My day was good. I'm actually recording this a little bit later than normal, simply because he's going to turn around and chase me, isn't he? No, he's not. Pokemon thing? What are you going to do? Okay, you're going to head that way. Okay, we're going to go this way. Alright, so I believe we fought everything all the way... Okay, he's going to spot me. He's going to... No, he's not. We fought everything all the way up to that fish thing. That's the one thing that we did not fight, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and fight him and then continue off from there. That was right.
You foolish creatures.
I'm recording this a little bit later than normal, simply because a couple guys were going to come and like do some maintenance to the air conditioning and heating unit in our house. But he came a little bit, he didn't actually come. He was, apparently today is a really popular day for him, so he got like super busy, so he wasn't able to come for the time slot of 8 to 12, which is normally, for those who don't know, those are my recording hours. I usually record sometime between 8 and 12, usually around 10 a.m. or something like that. But, so he didn't come, so actually I just wasted time. Although it really was my fault, because they left a message in the answering service like, oh, you know, he's busy, so he's probably not going to make it, so you should probably, you know, reschedule. And so I did. If I had just been a responsible person, checked the answering service for the home phone earlier, because I left the message like super early, I wouldn't have been in this position. But it's alright, you know, I had to take care of a couple other things as well, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to Eternal Sonata, because I'm going to miss that guy like a jerk. Let's shoot you, that's probably not even going to do... I did 1,020, not too bad. We'll try to get outside of a shadow so we can land a supernova on you. Because as I've mentioned before, you know, in this game, when you it's not just the shadows of the environment that affect your moves, it's the shadows of the enemies as well. If most enemies cast a shadow, that'll change your move, which I think is a pretty cool thing for this game. Okay, that's going to do 3,000 damage. That's actually okay, Viola. That was completely my fault. I don't know why I'm yelling at Viola for this. Okay, I'm not going to do a supernova on. I'm going to try to get Frederic to come over. I probably should have gotten away with doing a supernova, because, you know, doing a 24 Echo Spirit's Pathway on... I guess we'll do a Hill Arrow, whatever. Harmony Chain. Missed. Alright, whatever, who cares. And he's going to do... about... He resisted it, about 2,000 damage to Frederic. Not too big of a deal. Alright, Aurora Current's probably not going to kill him. Yes, it will. I was about to change my mind. Before we come, because I realized just how much we hurt him. But it looked like I changed my mind simply because we killed him early. But no, I figured that we weakened him too much for him not to die from that.
Hey, I'm over here. Come on.
Even if Aurora Curtain doesn't really do that much damage as a whole. Oh, come on! Those are... I hate when stuff like that happens. Sometimes the hitboxes can be a little odd. I think that should have connected. At least, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, ooh, I had a chance to do a counterattack, but I missed again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it right now. I'm probably gonna do maybe 3 counterattacks in this entire game. I'm not even exaggerating about that. I'm being 100% serious here. Oh, you see, I had another. I'm being 100% serious. I'm probably gonna do maybe 3 in this entire game. It'll probably be like at the very end of the game when we're at the final boss. I'll finally realize just when how often they occur, and then it'll be too late. I'll use it like 3 times with the boss, and that'll be it. Whoever the final boss is. I wonder if it's gonna be, I don't know, the whatchamacallit. Oops, no, I missed my chance again. The Duke does not seem like he's very strong, but you never know. He could be one of those people where he's like Frieza, where he orders people to do his dirty work, but then when it's time to fight, he's like the most powerful person of all. That could always be a possibility. I mean, as the most powerful person of all at the time, obviously, like there was Cell and Majin Buu and whatnot, but that came after the fact. And if you're like me, you were born in the mid-90s, you grew up when the entire series was already finished. I mean,
well, are you ready or what?
That's true and untrue. It was finished in Japan, but it was not finished in the U.S. But you probably knew about all of the animes that came out after Cell before they were even released. Before they were even released in the U.S. and English dub. So that's not fair. You can't really say that. For people who grew up when it actually came out, it was probably a little different. All right, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know, I'm in a really talkative mood, I suppose, a bit more than usual. I'm in a bit of a good mood, because there are a couple things that had to be fixed, that got fixed, everything went good. Hopefully it doesn't mean that this recording session is going to turn into, the most OP, stupid thing in the world. I would hate for that to happen. I actually hit B, but for some reason she didn't counterattack. I guess it's because, March isn't, maybe I missed my chance or something. It counted as a guard instead of, I don't know why I did that. It was one of those things where I realized, hey, I probably shouldn't use the Spirit's Pathway, and I reacted too late. I was already pushing the button when I realized that when I made my regret and things happened. So, anyway, let's go ahead and that's going to miss. There we go. That should, no, it didn't. Gotta account for that arrow arch. Lovely. All right, whatever. Who cares? Now let's go ahead and beat you up, I suppose. Will Frederic finish him off with just melee attacks? I don't think so. Nope. Oh well. Anyway. And, ow, that kind of hurt. They didn't even give me... Oh, it's because she probably wasn't facing the right way, so let's block that. And again, block. There we go. And block. And block. I blocked the... I realized that oh, come on. Alright, Viola. Let's go over here and not do anything. Whatever, who cares? We'll do an Aurora Curtain on this guy, I suppose. Aurora Curtain and Harmony Chain? Nope, he died, so we didn't get a chance to. At least she went in overlimit mode, so... that's alright. That's pretty cool, I suppose. I'm not gonna do a Spirit's Path because that is just an absolute waste. Honestly, a 4-Echo Spirit's Path would have been enough to heal Frederic. That's kind of the downside of this, though. It's that it's like you don't want to do it when there's high echoes because it feels like a waste. So you're gonna be a bit more conscious about using it. It's the exact opposite of normal things. So, alright, Aurora Curtain should finish this guy off, maybe. Aurora Curtain and Harmony Chain? Bravo, Harmony Chain! Little Clip Skate! There we go. I thought I was gonna miss my chance. Because, I hit Y, but it didn't register at first, so I had to hit it a second time for some odd reason. Alright, Viola should finish this guy off, I think. He should be... Assuming that she doesn't miss. I probably would have finished him. No, it looks like he can take still a little bit of punishment. 3,373. If I had gotten a critical hit, I would have finished that guy off. Oh, well. Alright, let's fight you.
Hey, I'm over here. Come on.
Hey, I'm over here. Come on. Ah, oh, come on. Maybe I should shoot you. At least get some damage on. It's so weird how that doesn't connect. This is a very odd hitbox. It's just one of those things, though. Maybe it's just one of those things that doesn't make sense at first, but when you think about it, after a little bit, it makes perfect sense. It's like, how Chinook, the military helicopter things, they are able to carry more things the less fuel that they have. You might think, oh, that's weird. You think, oh, you know, the more fuel that it has, it should be stronger, it should be able to carry more things. But no, we tend to forget this, but fuel actually takes up weight on an airplane, and when it has less fuel, it has less weight, so it's able to carry more. One of those things. I know, and I can say this with certainty because one of my friends' dads was a Chinook pilot, and you know, straight from the horse's mouth. I don't remember the exact estimates of what they said, but it's true. It's kind of, I mean, it makes sense though. I can speak from personal experience here. Obviously, I'm not a Chinook, I'm a human being, but I remember back in 2011, I went to this, what is it? The block? I went to this, this Boy Scout camp in New Mexico called Philmont. And I remember every morning we would put on our backpacks and we'd go to the nearest, like, water fountain thing to fill up our water bottles, right? And whenever I put on my backpack, I think, you know what? The backpack feels really light today, you know? You know, maybe I've just gotten stronger overnight without even realizing it. And then I go in and I fill up my water bottles, and, then after I fill up my water bottles, I notice, hey, you know what? This backpack suddenly feels heavier again. Because I was carrying 3.5 Nalgene's of water, right? And at Philmont, they use Nalgene's to refer to, a liter of water. It's kind of like how people... Nalgene is a brand name, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of like how people refer to every bandage as a Band-Aid, even though that's a brand name. They refer to every sleeping medicine as NyQuil, even though that's the brand name. It's kind of like that. And they refer to that as a liter, and a Nalgene is equal to about 6 pounds, they say. So I was carrying roughly about 18 pounds worth of water, and it was a huge difference, you know? It's just one of those things. Now, so I looked it up. Chinook can apparently, like, its fuel capacity is about 1,030 gallons, plus it can hold 3 extra oil container things. So, you know, 1,030 gallons is equal to, I believe, I did the conversions earlier today. 3,800, because this is one of those things that I had, one of those conversations that I had planned out beforehand for some reason. 3,898.98 liters, which is equal to like 23,000 pounds. Of course, you know, that's also, of course, there are some errors in that conversion, in fact, because, you know, when you weigh an Nalgene, you have to keep in mind that you're weighing also not just the water, but the Nalgene itself, which has weight, and it might not be very much, but over time it would add up. And on top of that, I'm not quite sure how much the difference between oil, how much of weight difference oil and water has, but it's probably something negligible. But over time, over the long run, it adds up. It's just like, you know, Japanese yen, for example. You know, it's like people often say that, you know, 100 yen is equal to, you know, a dollar US. Now, for small conversion, that's probably a safe bet, but it's really not a good thing to have, because the larger and larger the sums of money get, the bigger of a difference it makes. In fact, even in like smaller things, like I think like 1,000 yen is probably like what, like $8. So you know, that's only a $2 difference, but it adds up over time. You know, it's not like it used to be. Like I remember when I went to Japan back in 2008. You know, like it was changing, but I believe it was like $1 is equal to like 1,007 yen or something like that. It would change between days. It would be like 1,006, 1,007, 1,008. But now, I should do a hill arrow with Viola actually. But now it's like 0.9, or not 0.9, but like 97 yen or something is equal to $1 or something. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at the conversions. Anyway, and obviously that's speaking for now, which is May 12, 2015, and you know, when this goes out, May 13th, it'll probably still be the same. Maybe it might vary by a yen or two, because it changes daily. It's not the same. But you know, if you're watching this like 8 years in the future, you know, roughly, actually no, I went to Japan in 2008, so that was 7 years. So 7 years in the future, roughly the distance between when I last went to Japan and now, you'll notice that there is a huge difference, and there'll probably be a bit of a difference. You know, it's just one of those things. Anyway, Eternal Sonata, let's get back to things.
How pitiful.
You soulless creatures. I shall shoot you, and I shall shoot you again. This, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna jumpstart your heart, and then I'm gonna kill you again. Famous last words. I suppose let's go ahead and do a supernova on you. Ooh! What if that was the sound that these things made when they got hit by a supernova? That'd be funny. No, I think that'd be actually incredibly stupid, but whatever, who cares. What if we can finish him off with another hit? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh well, we should, yeah, there we go. Oh, come on! I hate when that happens, like, you know, like in this game, the characters absolutely have to finish their, Kudajar knock please. They absolutely have to finish their combo, so even if you stop hitting the B button, they'll still continue attacking. So if you've ever wondered why, like, my character kept, like, sometimes, like, randomly punch the air, even though, in reality, it should have been enough time for me to react and realize, hey, I'm not making contact with an enemy, it's because the character is doing it on its own. That's just how this game works for some reason. Oh, one of those things, I suppose. Every game has its gripes. Plague of gripes, if you will. Die! Nope, that didn't kill him. Anyway, let's go ahead and kill you. I forgot what these things are called. They're called, like, Palmiel? Flamia. That was somewhat close. I should have done a counterattack. And chance. Oh well. One of these days I'll do it. One of these days, ladies and gentlemen, I will do it. I'm sorry. It's a hard habit to break. I've gone 20 hours into this game without counterattacks, and now you expect me to just change out of nowhere? No, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. Have we ever done a 32 like a supernova? I'm not quite sure. Harmony Chain would be kind of overkill. That did 56,000 damage, ladies and gentlemen. Let that sink into your head. That did 56,000 damage. I mean, sure it was 32 Echo, but that's still frickin' incredible. I'm sorry. One of those things.
Huh? Hey, everyone. I think I saw someone go in that door just now.
Really? Where? I didn't see anyone going anywhere, Polka.
Yeah, I really doubt that there's anyone around here.
Are you sure? Oh, I could have sworn. It looked like it was a woman.
Area Temple. Well, I looked away from the screen, from the TV screen to my my laptop monitor to make sure that everything was going good. So I missed whoever passed by, whoever this mysterious woman was. Probably Falsetto. That's what my guess is. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, you guys probably saw the woman, I imagine, so you guys know if I'm right or not. Maybe, I don't know. I was gonna doubt Redo's thing, like, oh, I doubt there's anyone here, because I was thinking, you know, it's next to a major city, so why would anyone not be here? But then, after thinking about it for a little bit, I guess it's a valid assessment, considering that this was locked, so, and word spreads around town, so people know. I mean, it wasn't like a large city, but I'm sure for like 1800 standards, it's pretty much. It's locked. See, no one's been in here. Okay, let's unlock it. Use the area temple key, or maybe it's Rondo. It could have been Rondo for all I know. What the heck? Dude! What is going... I don't even want to enter into this. I think this is going to lead to like a boss or something. I saved over slot 3, didn't I? I did! I saved over slot 3. I am an idiot. I should have saved over slot 4. Now, unless this messes up, like, big time, which, knock on wood, isn't going to happen normally even if, like, console footage glitches out, normally the initial footage would still be there, but, if everything glitches out, well, oh well, that's just how it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.